What up, fools?
What's happening?
Yeah. So last night, I did a show with the prominent Kill Tony Austin comic, and then there was Jelly Roll, this big country music guy, was at the arena last night. But the thing that I was seeing the most prevalent on my feed wasn't any of that. It was about Taylor Swift. During her tour, the Eras tour,
Yeah.
she had a videographer or whatever and recorded, like, did a bunch of footage. They condensed it, made like a documentary, and then
Okay.
they released it in the movie theater nationwide. And all these women who love crystals and therapy all went to see it. There was so much posting about, oh my god, it was groundbreaking. I cried 3 times, like all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was it's like before I came here, I was watching college football, and I know that now the NFL is pretty much inundated with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
like that's and it's got to be annoying for like true like just NFL fans
Yeah,
because there's got to be like this influx of women.
they know nothing. It's because like
It's probably a lot of like hunky fireman talk.
yeah, they're
Like
like,
they probably pick him out and they're like, he's cute.
yeah,
he's
they're like,
cute. And
yeah,
like,
but
nothing
he's
to-
not good. He sucks. He's
Yeah,
third
yeah.
string,
So, yeah, they're picking out a kicker.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like,
the boyfriend's again.
Janikowski is sexy.
Yeah. Oh, look
I
at
don't
the
know if he
buns
still
on him.
plays.
No,
I think he was an alcoholic.
yeah. Well, he played for like 23 seasons.
Yeah,
And he was built like a shit brick house.
That's
Yeah,
right.
like-
I have no.
So,
frame
yeah,
of
the only reason I know
reference
that
for
is I'm a big Florida State fan. My brother
Yeah.
went to Florida State. We were
Mhm.
Florida State fans. Sebastian Janikowski was a kicker for Florida State.
Yeah,
Then went to the Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah,
And he played for 23 seasons.
Man,
But the
that's
thing
so
about him
awesome.
was he was like 6'3", 260 pounds. He wasn't a traditionally built kicker.
yeah.
I actually saw one play one time with Sebastian Janikowski. It was like a kickoff return, and the guys missed hitting assignments or blocking assignments, and you see him run and just pulverize a dude, just it was amazing.
Yeah, sometimes you hear the size of an NFL player, and it'll be like someone who's really good, like a running back or whatever, and they'll be like, he's 5'10", 178 pounds, and you're like, wait, what?
The fuck?
And you're watching the NFL, you picture like these giants,
Yeah.
and most of them are, like the linemen. And
Oh, the linemen, yeah, those guys.
But anyway, so are those two dating?
Yeah, but, okay. So the backstory is because I'm a feminist.
Yeah.
The backstory is, I have a lot of people that post about it. So like my feed is wild. By the way, my Instagram social media feed.
Yeah, your
Like in the morning,
Discover
I'll wake up and I'll groggily. I'll go to the bathroom or I'll take a shit and I'll just like, all right, I'm gonna doom scroll while I'm doing this. And I have friends that do comedy, artist friends. I have family members, and then I have a bunch of OnlyFans girls. So it's like, oh look, it's her kids, and the other one's like, look at my butthole. It's so wild. But apparently, because it's so wild, I get like TMZ as like a targeted ad. I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
really? And apparently,
so you get some celebrity news.
yeah, I get celebrity news. That's how I'm in the know now. So apparently Travis Kelce, she was playing at Arrowhead Stadium. I think that's where the Kansas City Chiefs play, right? She was doing her concert there. So he shows up, and he's a fucking
The
football player.
stadium's buried a half inch under the
Yeah,
blood.
there's a whole tribe. There's a whole tribe. So he gets, he's an NFL player. He gets real close, and apparently he tosses the bracelet on the stage.
Yeah.
And the bracelet had his contact information for Taylor. He was shooting a shot, basically.
Oh.
And she
That
took
seems like a lot of things could go wrong.
yeah, there could be. Yeah.
And now does everyone throw their number at her now?
Well, I don't think he threw it. I think he handed it to a person. And like, I'm
Oh.
Travis Kelce with the
Yeah, I
Chiefs.
feel like
Yeah.
I feel like there would be a more powerful.
But the way
channel
they
than
put it in the
throwing
headline,
it at the
they
stage.
put it in the headline, it was almost like he threw his jock strap with
Yeah,
his phone
yeah.
number attached to it. Like, I
written in Sharpie on the waistband.
I was the rushing leader last week.
TK.
Yeah.
505.
TK. So he barely shot his shot, and it worked. Because then I guess what blew up the internet was he basically was like, publicly, even though that probably they're already doing stuff privately, but he was like, well, I saw you perform at Arrowhead Stadium. Well, I got a game next week, and I want you to see me perform at Arrowhead Stadium. So she's
She
in the
was
press.
like, I have to be on the other side of the world.
Yeah. No, apparently she cleared her schedule. Or wasn't performing or something because
Yeah.
she's in a press box with Travis Kelce's mom and all these other people, and that's all anyone talked about. And to the point where I didn't realize her pool. Like I kind of scoff and roll my eyes with Taylor Swift. There's a lot of reasons. Going back to when I was like in my 20s, there was a girl that dedicated a Taylor Swift song to me and all this bullshit. Yeah, yeah. But for me, I
have a Taylor Swift initial Taylor Swift experience that I'll share later.
Okay.
But it's a funny embarrassing for someone else. But
yeah. So the thing is, as much as I want to scoff and roll my eyes at Taylor Swift, the amount of influence this woman has is unbelievable. Okay, so I was like looking up stuff because I needed to know, like, a lot of those same women that were talking about Taylor Swift were also talking about her tour. I have one friend who has seen Taylor Swift on the Eras tour.
yeah,
She's flown all over the country. She's seen her like 12 times now.
how much money is that?
She's this girl. She's like loaded though. She's loaded.
Yeah.
She's got like Prada and like Yves Saint Laurent purses and stuff like that.
Jeez.
Yeah. But she was talking about it. All this whole thing. So Taylor Swift. Since her association with Travis Kelce, his jersey sales went up 400%.
Oh wow.
400%.
And think they're cutting the bottoms off all of them?
Yeah. They're all midriff,
Cut 'em short.
belly button showing. Yeah, fucking.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So isn't she Taylor Swift is known for writing songs about breakups, right?
Yeah,
That's
essentially.
she dates a lot of people and then they break up, and it's like a frequent thing.
Yeah, it's a very frequent thing.
One has to begs the question, like, what's wrong with her? You know, she seems like she's very rich, obviously.
Yeah.
And we as a society both hate the rich, but selectively like the rich.
Yeah.
Depending on what they do. If you are the CEO of a corporation that produces, hundreds and thousands of jobs and products and stuff, fuck you, you're probably evil.
Yeah.
But if you sing a song and you're the daughter of an investment banker,
Oh, you know about her background?
Her dad's an investment banker, so it's not like she's like a woe is me, like came up from rags,
Oh, I mean,
she's a rich kid.
That's so much.
But she's
entertainment.
very, very talented.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a huge machine behind her that people don't see, and it's more. I know, like, the people probably get angry and they go, "She writes all her own songs," but
what dog is that, Tucker?
Hey. We got dogs.
These dogs they do not like us talking about
Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah, they're Swifties apparently.
Hey. No, I think she's talented, but it is interesting to see the influence and the pull, and
it's ridiculous.
That's very different worlds, and I'm sure it's fun for like Taylor Swift fans to dip their toe into what the NFL is, because it's a bunch of athletic dudes.
Yeah.
Playing football.
Yeah.
It's a very like manly thing.
Yeah.
It's probably like different or whatever.
They were doing like the stats since this whole thing began, and it was like his jersey sales went up 400%.
Are there other like good-looking NFL players?
Oh, there's a bunch. I mean, it's like
I remember there was the guy who murdered people, Aaron Hernandez.
Oh yeah,
and then the other guy. Weren't there?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I mean, even if they're not super good looking, a lot of them are in shape.
Rich,
or they're rich and in shape.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are.
What I was trying to get to is it's got to be so annoying for like a traditional NFL fan, like a blue collar worker.
Yeah.
Who's like, I work hard all week, and football Sunday, it's like my one break.
Yeah.
And like I get to just tune out and focus on the game and like not worry about all this horse shit. And then now it's just
the horse shit comes in there.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, because the horse shit sells. Like
I know.
Okay. As much as I like, Taylor Swift and the NFL are like annoying. Like Swifties before Taylor Swift's involvement in the NFL used to look at used to look at the NFL as like this barbaric thing that my boyfriend likes. And I don't like it, you know.
Spends
and then
all his time watching football.
all time, just watching. And then next thing you
That's what
know,
I say to my wife.
Taylor Swift shows up in the press box, and they're just like, "Go sports ball, you know?
Yeah.
go team."
It must be cool. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
The phoniness of that is frustrating, but it's like you understand where I don't know. What do you do? Because the NFL loves it. It's just bringing more fans. Like more people are going to watch. More
It's
money.
literally
for them
the
to make.
same.
That's all they care.
It's the same parallel as having like celebrity comics do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
The purists are like, crowd work and all this stuff. But then at the same time, it's like, all right, well, they're definitely getting more eyes that were not paying attention.
Yeah, that wouldn't. Yeah.
Because the more something you like is supported, the more they're gonna keep doing the thing you like.
Right.
I don't
know
know.
It's a
man.
double-edged sword, and it's like you. Oof, like it. You want to be a purist, like you said. Like you want that for like the sake of the whatever, but it's like it just doesn't pay, and like all the traditional like right way to do it, or like the it's like it seems like it's for suckers.
Oh yeah, well it's short-term money, short-term eyes, it's short-term investment. Because people that are long-standing NFL fans, they've been with it since the ups and downs. Like nothing's swaying them away from it. They're gonna be into the product. It's just like
they're like it's like a family thing, or like they've lived in a city, and it's like unless you're the
so
where are the Ravens from?
Baltimore.
But didn't they come from a different place? Weren't they like Indianapolis or
I can't remember
when they moved teams and stuff?
Yeah, I can't remember what the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens have been Baltimore for a while, but like before they're. I know. Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, the Colts
used to be something.
The Baltimore Colts.
Might have been.
I thought it was something with Baltimore or something. I don't know.
I've been like my family. I grew up a Giants fan.
Yeah,
I grew up a Giants fan, and and in order right now, if you're a Giants fan, you're a fan because they suck.
Yeah,
they're terrible. They're fucking awful.
I'm a Knicks fan, so I know how.
Yeah. We grew up Knicks fan, Giants fans,
Jets. The Jets now with they had Aaron Rodgers and he got hurt.
Oh yeah, he was in.
Which I mean, like you don't want to see someone get hurt, but like as someone who has observed Jets fans, I mean, if that's not, it feels like it's written. You know, you're like the Jets, just a drop of hope.
And the crazy thing was, like, I made a joke about it. It was because it was a Monday Night Football game on 9/11.
Oh.
And it starts Monday Night Football starts at like 8:00 now, not at 9 anymore.
Yeah,
starts like an hour earlier, and I'm like, oh, the irony of a jet going down in New York at 8:00 like on 9/11. Fucking yeah, he tore his Achilles completely.
Yeah,
I don't know what that rehab's gonna look like, but that sucks.
And then there was like some other big dude who hurt. The NFL is nasty. It's like those dudes get hurt a lot. And it looks very painful. Yeah. And it's funny to then bring in, like, the Taylor Swift crowd. And they're like...
Oh, into this
like,
fold?
He's cute. And then, like, the next play, he's, like, concussed on the field.
Yeah. He doesn't
he's
even...
got a spinal cord injury.
You act like you don't know who I am. I don't know who you are.
I don't have any short-term memory. I can't control the function of my bowels.
Yeah. There was another thing. They because you remember Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Gronk and Travis Kelce are the same age.
That's who I was trying to think of as the good-looking guy.
Oh, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, because he well, not that
is it Rob?
Not that he's just like he's like a bro. You know, he's always like
he's so bro.
Did you ever hear his stand-up?
No.
Oh my god, dude,
it's worse.
Oh my god, you got it. You have to hear it.
Oh god,
it is. It's unbelievable. I heard it I listened to it with other comedians breaking it down, and oh man, so funny. So every punchline is like, I'm cool and I fuck a lot of chicks.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
exactly what you think it would be.
Yeah.
But that's what I was trying to think of because he's like a party dude.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Well, that's why it's awful, because true good comedy is self-deprecating in some capacity.
well, yeah.
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 Yeah. If you're just trying to go up there and be like, I fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm real cool, which yeah. And
Even
they're
if-
out there.
Yeah.
Those comics are out there.
Yeah. But I mean, but him and Travis Kelce are the same age. Gronk's already retired.
Yeah.
And it's like that's how wild the league is. Is like you got two guys that are the same age, and one guy's been retired now like a year or two,
Right.
and the other guy is like in the prime of his career. So and they play the same position. They're both tight ends.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean Gronk was like way more physical. Like Gronk was like,
Is Travis Kelce good?
oh, he's like one of the best.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like one of the best. Now you're starting to sound like a Swiftie.
No,
Is he like good?
is he good?
Yeah. No, but that was another thing. It's funny you said that, because you were just asking the question. You were like being like aloof like these girls are. There was these TikTok videos
Yeah.
where where they had these women that were like fucking, they're trolling their boyfriends,
Yeah.
and they're like oh my god, you're not gonna believe this. Like, so apparently Taylor Swift is dating this guy named Travis, whatever. He plays for the Chiefs. He's like a tight end or something. And they're like, she's putting him on the map. She's putting him, and you can see the vein running in the foreheads of the boyfriends as they're like, what? What? He's won 2 Super Bowls. He's one of the greatest at that position of all time. And they're like, yeah, but she put him on the map. Like, no one even knew who this Travis Kelce guy was. And
It is a very it's like a TikTok thing of like women just annoying their boyfriends and then also showing each other how dumb their boyfriends are.
Yeah.
It's kind of like sitcom humor, but it's like passed on to short form TikTok.
Yeah.
But that I get to see them all the time because I'm married, and that's every TikTok. It's like, look how dumb men are, and then it's like, watch me, and it's like a girl pouring a gallon of milk on the floor, and the boyfriend's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm being silly, and it's like, bloop.
The little
Yeah.
her handle.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what the TikTok would be like in the 50s.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna put his milk on the floor,
A lot of
and
grapefruit
just
smushing.
it's just a compilation of women being beaten.
It's like a raging bull.
Oh, god damn. But yeah, man. Now I will say this.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Good. I know what I was gonna.
I was
say.
gonna do a hypothetical.
Yeah. What's the hypothetical?
What if you could inject a famous if you could create another like misplaced couple from 2 different worlds, like sports or celebrity, who would you tag together?
Oh, do they have to be alive?
I mean, it would be creepy.
I mean, if like,
Yeah,
could I build a
either
time
way.
machine and be like when they were alive?
Yeah.
And interject. I would have loved to have seen like the Macho Man Randy Savage being on TV like and being like a commentator on like the like opera or ballet.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, this a pirouette. Like, what the hell was that?
Goose dying, I think.
Yeah.
I'd like to pair O.J. Simpson with Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, Caitlyn Jenner?
Caitlyn Jenner and O.J. Simpson.
Oh, man.
I think that would be a nice... that would make headlines. It would also, because the Kardashian guy is involved in that somehow. He was like the lawyer. He was
a
like,
lawyer for OJ.
for OJ.
Yeah.
And I think he like moved a bag of evidence or something.
Yeah.
But
He moved the bag.
allegedly.
Yeah.
But anyway, that would be a fun one.
There was a lot of allegedlys in that whole
Yeah.
situation.
Oh God, that would be. Yeah, it's fun to see like a little world collide. The first time I heard of Taylor Swift, or like I knew of someone who was like obsessed with Taylor Swift, was a coworker of mine back
Yeah.
over 10 years ago. And it was this guy. I was in my like mid 20s, and this guy was like early 40s, and he was a big Taylor Swift fan. He would talk about her all the time, but this was like early Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
when she was conservative.
Oh, gotcha.
Not a lot of people remember, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
She used to be really conservative, and then she she switched her image up.
Yeah.
'Cause, made more money.
Well, also she found out more gays were fans
Yeah,
of
yeah,
her,
yeah.
So she's like, well, I got to go where the money's at.
Dual income, no kids. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A lot of gays or dinks. And then, so he was obsessed with her. He used to talk about her all the time, and so that was my initial introduction. I was like, it's just like she's like some singer songwriter for old creeps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I was also him and his wife were mermaids. I think I talked about that one time.
Oh my god.
But we found out they dressed up like mermaids on the weekends, and they were like take photos and stuff. So he'd showed us pictures of like his wife and dressed like a mermaid. But one time we Googled him and mermaid, and pictures of him in a mermaid suit came up,
god.
which was disturbing.
Oh god. It's like finding like a man has a OnlyFans feed account.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just like crusty bottoms.
Yeah.
It's like fuck that. That's gross. Yeah.
There's like a Gallagher parody, like smushing fruit with feet.
God.
That's gross.
Fuck. Yeah, I mean, I did look up this story that was apparently true because I looked it up on different sites just to verify like any form of authenticity of it. So she was making boatloads of money. Like the amount of damaged women in this country is unparalleled. Because that's who's supporting them. It's like women who've been through 20 broken relationships, and because they all date the same particular guy, they're always going after the same guy. Like switch it up, man. You know.
Yeah.
And they'll say, well, I dated a guy that was a little bit different. It's like, no, you dated the guy that had the same attitude, but he was just fatter. Like,
Yeah.
It's like you got to date. Like, if you're into energetic guys, maybe date a low key dude. Like, switch it up. I don't know. But fuck, it just gets annoying. It gets annoying when like if me saying this is gonna be considered like misogynistic. But women
I don't think so.
Well, no, but then like women could do the same thing about men. They're like, they're all terrible. I'm like, are they?
I hear that all the time.
All the time. Yeah. But if I make a generalization at any sense of the word about anything involving more than one female person, they're like, you know.
Oh
whatever.
yeah, no.
But
I know the whole like watching like the Barbie movie and everything.
Yeah.
And like all that stuff. Like it's supposed to be equality, and then true equality would be like treating people the same.
Yeah.
Which would be like showing a certain amount of like not having to coddle like feelings, because like guys don't do that, like guys will be mean to each other.
Yeah.
And I've heard it explained this way, and I think it's true. It's because there's the underlying threat of violence all the time. Like it kind of keeps guys in check. Like we're always like it's socially acceptable for guys to fight.
Yeah.
So you kind of like don't go too hard off the handle because you go, I don't want to get into a fight. So like I'll keep myself within a range of not getting into a fight.
Yeah.
Here A to B, and if I go past B, there's violence maybe happening,
Yeah.
So you bounce in that range. But women, like, it's not socially acceptable to hit them.
Yeah.
And, like, violence doesn't happen. So I think that's why you get a lot of, like, the entitlement or, like, the Karen videos or, like, all that stuff.
Within that same breath, a lot of women are like, well, we get murdered at a higher rate. Well, that's because we can't hit you. It just builds up. It builds up to the point where it's like, if I just slapped you, this would be fine.
The
but
B
now
to C section gets jumped over. And
this is a very controversial
goes
stance.
to stage D, dispose of body.
Yeah, it's like after two veins have crossed like a fucking X on your vein.
What do you mean? She's just putting Travis Kelce on the map, and then you're under a bridge digging a hole.
I'm sorry. As you throw her loose teeth into a lake.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm glad. Well, the NFL has to love it because there's more eyes, more advertising dollars, and all that.
Yeah.
More fans, so it's more money for them. That's what they care about.
She's definitely very influential because there was so two of the things I saw that were pretty cool was so she's making boatloads of money, right? So she gave everyone involved on her tour bonuses and stuff. So like the truck drivers, because they're driving like they're driving huge trucks full of like fucking huge set pieces and stuff like that. So she gave each driver like $100,000 bonus.
Yeah.
And then everyone on the tour got like whatever amount, and then like gifts and watches, and I mean all our staff's getting put in like they get put up in like really swanky hotels across the country, something like that. Also, I saw apparently she is trying to test the waters of what her influence is. So she did a call to arms for people that are not registered to vote for the upcoming election.
Yeah.
And they showed the demos. It was like in this demographic, the voting percentage went up 16% across the country, like 24% for this demographic. Like it's like, I mean, like several million people just registered to vote just because Taylor Swift said so. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
That's when, yeah, it's interesting when shit gets like that because it's like that like that's reaching beyond songs and even NFL and sports and stuff, because then you're getting into like real shit.
Yeah, I mean, so I like the idea. I like the idea of having like a common ground thing be used as a positive thing. Like for example, like if you compare the two, you compare like Taylor Swift to the NFL, like. Everyone there's naysayers on both sides. Like I could scoff and be like, oh, these untherapied women, which is a lot, by the way. That's her primary demographic, are just women who just need a hug, not a hug with a boner attached to it, but just a hug, a good solid hug.
Yeah,
but it's cool to see like people coming together. Like that's the funny thing is like her involvement in the NFL is kind of ruining that that camaraderie with the NFL. Like the NFL it's a bunch of dudes, a bunch of dude bros, and there's not just dude bros, but like just a bunch of guys that are like, you know what, fucking I hate life, but on Sunday and Monday, fucking that's my time. That's my thing. This is what keeps me from putting holes in the drywall, or whatever.
Holes in my own head.
And then also, the NFL. I mean, I don't know how many players are on each team. I think it's like 64. There's 32 teams. Plus, there's injured reserve and all this bullshit. But you're employing like hundreds of people, And then even before that, the preseason, you're employing an additional 40, 50, like almost 1,000 people, whatever. And a lot of these people are like, most NFL players they're not like Taylor Swift. They didn't have investment banker parents.
Yeah.
They came from the hood, they came from trailer homes in the Midwest,
Rough
shit
area.
like that. Yeah. So it's like, whereas Swifties before Taylor Swift's involvement, they're like, it's barbaric and what's wrong with the society. It's so violent. Our society's so violent. But I'm like, yeah, but I mean, some of these people came from environments that are more violent than the NFL. And now they're playing, and it, not even just the NFL. It's like, then there's high school football, and then there's college, and they're all in hopes of trying to get into the NFL, and it's an escape. Which is pretty much what Taylor Swift is for a lot of these women. It's like her song's all about breakups and like mental health stuff now, and it's like it's just like it's like, all right, I follow football more than I do basketball, because it's feasible. Like, or not now. I'm 38 and I'm fucking past. I'm too old for every
I
sport.
still think the Jags will come for you.
yeah. they keep playing like they did like last year or the year before or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be like that movie with Mark
We have
Wahlberg.
Sunshine at quarterback now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my thing is why I watched football was like for me it was feasibly something that I could possibly go pro in.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, when I was like in my 20s.
Where you could like relate. You're like I could where you could say you like
Yeah, it's hard for me to get into the NBA because it's like that's where guys that are 6'11" rule. I'm not 6'11". I'm not even 5'11". You know what I mean? Like, so
I liked it. I liked the NBA because sort of because of that because I was like wow, like these people are so different built than me and then also like anybody I've ever met or anything like
yeah,
like a 7-foot dude who could also run like a gazelle. It's insane.
yeah,
But yeah, I also think I mean NFL players are popular enough that people recognize them, but I like the NBA because you could see the people's faces. I feel like
that's
you get
true.
to know them more
That's
than
true. Yeah, and you're
when you
right.
have a helmet or a mask.
You're right about the other thing though is like there is like I could be more
Like
critical.
I said about the earlier, like the guy who's like 5'10", 180 as a
Yeah.
running back.
Yeah.
Like he's 5'11" and 210. That's like a I know 10 dudes that size. They're not
Yeah.
as athletic as that running
Yeah.
back. But how many like 7'1", 245-pound like 0% body fat dude who could jump 48 inches?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah, you're right. The things like when it comes to sports, and it's like a sport I could possibly especially when I was younger, it was a sport I could have exceeded at physically myself.
yeah.
I become more critical because I'm like I could do that, Whereas when I watch the NBA,
You're watching like Magnus versus Magnuson.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I could throw a keg over a wall.
yeah, yeah. But when I watch the NBA, I'm like I can't do any of this shit. I
Yeah.
can't do any of this. So I'm less critical. I just kind of watch it all. It's like when I watch gymnastics.
Yeah.
Like gymnasts fucking like doing that. I'm like I can't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
I can't swim, so when I watch any swimming event, I'm just like, what?
I swam when I was young competitively.
Oh wow.
When I was it's like 6 to 12.
Yeah.
So I would watch like Olympic swimming, and I same kind of thing, like in awe.
Yeah.
But I'm like aware of like what swimming was like, but it's amazing how fast those dudes are.
Yeah.
Michael Phelps, like
Yeah. Well, he's also built in a way that I
yeah,
couldn't-
his body's like
He's-
built like it's made for swimming.
It
Like,
is.
It's insane.
He's 6'4", broad shoulders, little dainty legs, wide. I mean, now
Yeah.
a lot of that was
His
conditioned.
torso is like 80% of his body.
Yeah, I mean that with the arms and stuff, like a lot of that was conditioned from him swimming over the years, being built like the muscles.
Yeah.
But like, see, I couldn't be a good swimmer. My legs are too big. There's a lot of leg fluttering.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
true.
and it's like I'm built for standing and just hitting
Pushing,
stuff,
yeah.
hitting and pushing.
I was good at swimming when I was young, but yeah, it is like you really need to be like as lean. It's a very particular body type.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of wish I had that body type. Because a lot of everything looks good on you.
oh yeah.
Clothing
You're like
wise?
a model.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't realize the extent of it until I
Women
started.
like swimming for a minute because there was a hot swimmer guy. Remember that one Olympics?
Ryan Lochte. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
He was really stupid,
yeah. He was dumb as fuck.
allegedly.
Yeah.
But remember, women were like, "Swimming's cool."
Yeah.
Isn't that annoying? Like, I mean, just because a guy just like the NFL is cool right now.
Yeah.
It's all the same stuff.
Yeah.
I find that annoying, but you can't complain about it because then they get mad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's well. You guys do the same thing with volleyball. I'm like, yeah, volleyball's hot. Dude.
Volleyball shorts are always good.
Oh,
Like a world, like it would be like Brazil versus France.
oof, man.
Jeez.
I could watch that game with the sound off.
Yeah, but they bump. I like the or tennis. They
I have to watch that with the sound off.
yeah, sound on.
Yeah. I remember one time I was watching ESPN and I think I was watching like a football game and then they ended and then they were doing like tennis and I went to the kitchen and That's wild. You get some hunter dogs,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
For those that don't know what just happened, some Canadian geese flew down, and these 3 cute dogs turned into savage hunters.
Yeah. They just went out for blood.
They just ran a 4.240.
Yeah. Man, yeah. Well, what do you think? What do you think will happen? How long do you think that relationship will last, Kelsey and Swift? And then, what kind of song do you think she'll write about it?
Oh, it's
A lot of football puns.
there might be there might be like I had to put it into the tight end or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know.
I let you in my end zone.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
my,
she did a
my
song
red
called
zone.
she did a song a while back called "Teardrops on My Guitar."
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like teardrops on my football or something like that. Teardrops on my autographed football.
I like how she was like wearing the Chiefs stuff. I saw a video of her walking out with that dude, and she was just wearing like a Chiefs like jersey or jacket or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Go team," you know. And she dressed like that.
Well, apparently she used to be an Eagles fan,
Oh really?
which is crazy because Travis Kelce has a brother that plays for the Eagles.
Oh.
Yeah.
She
And that
should-
was another thing. He was like they interviewed him. They're like, what do you feel about, you know, this whole your whole relationship, potential relationship, even being
the
like
brother. You mean?
No, what they were asking Travis, like,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
like, how do you feel about this whole thing? He goes, I'm not the biggest fan of like all the constant press on it. He goes, but my thing is, I will ask you guys, stop asking my brother about my relationship. 'Cause they were like, people were going to like his brother. He's like, I don't know shit, man. I'm just I'm trying to play for the Eagles. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. Because I actually last Super Bowl they met in the Super Bowl, both the brothers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I had an old roommate who was an Eagles fan,
yeah.
and yeah, go Birds. That's what they would
Yeah.
say.
Oh, go Birds. Yeah.
Go Birds.
Yeah. Birds get cooked. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I think maybe this relationship may run to the end of the year. She's gonna. This is what they refer to technically from now to the end of the year is cuffing season.
oh yeah.
Are you familiar with that term?
I've heard of it, but it's like when people.
It's when cuffing is like handcuff, like
Yeah.
You reel in a boyfriend.
You
or
don't want to be
girlfriend.
alone for the holidays,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
It's cuffing
Yeah, it is.
season.
It would be depressing to be.
And then I would say probably the second week in January, you know, they're gonna break up, and depending on how they're playing, because the Chiefs are good this year,
Yeah.
and so they're gonna break up, and it's gonna be during playoff season, right? If you know, and then it's gonna be like, can Travis Kelce handle the pressure of the breakup? Speaking of breakups, Taylor Swift just released a new song. Was I hope you get eliminated soon? You know, like it's,
Round one exit.
yeah, round one exit, yeah.
I bet in a crazy twist, they're gonna break up, and she's gonna start dating Patrick Mahomes' brother, and then cause all kind of
Fred Mahomes.
Yeah,
He's not even a player.
just that dude who like dances on the logos and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, his brother's actually the dude?
Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback.
Yeah, no, but he has a brother.
He has a younger brother who's like a punk, and he like just fucks around, like, and he's always like getting in trouble. Or he was, maybe he doesn't anymore.
Oh,
It
so
was
he's
like
like
a
a
year or two.
rebel. Oh, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like you know, he does like TikToks of him. Like he was like dancing on like yeah, he just does shit to piss people off. He's
Oh,
like
fuck.
a troll kind of.
Gotcha. Oh,
But,
that might be a solid rebound for her, because this Travis Kelce guy seems to be put together and like, you know.
Well, that's what I was gonna
well-groomed
say.
and-
I saw that video of her walking, and she had a jersey on, and he was wearing like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a denim tuxedo. Like it was like, it looked like something a rock star would wear.
Yeah, yeah.
But he had like heavy chains and stuff, and I
Yeah.
was like, this is the. I was just shocked at like what I was looking at. You know.
Yeah.
It was like denim but ripped. I don't know clothes real well.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just a lot of denim, and I was shocked.
Yeah, and then she'll end up dating the brother of the quarterback, who's a TikTok influencer. You know.
You got to look up Patrick Mahomes' brother.
It'll
his
be Taylor
antics.
Swift's
He
Kevin
does
Federline.
antics.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, I guess best of luck to her.
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, everyone's looking forward to that new album.
yeah.
It's got to be
Create
fire.
some material. Well, until next time, any parting words?
Yes.
Well wishes?
Yeah.
You should bring Taylor Swift to the Sausage Castle next April.
Oh yeah.
That's what we need to have happen.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my God.
My
thing is, I guess
young Busey could entertain her.
Yeah. My thing is like, don't fall for trends. Like what you like.
Isn't it true?
It's cool to have eyes on a new thing, but like, stick to what you like. I mean, don't look. You know.
I said this from my lady was buying clothes, and she said, I bought 2 pairs of jeans, and tight jeans are not popular anymore. Like loose jeans are popular now. Like 90s, remember 90s jeans?
Yeah.
Which I've never stopped wearing. Like my jeans have always been loose.
Yeah.
And so all through the tight pant phase, my jeans have just stayed comfortable. And
I got horse legs, so all my jeans have always been tight. Always.
oh yeah,
Fucking yeah.
like tight and Jenkos.
Yeah.
But I was laughing. I was like, no matter what you wear, you always look stupid at some point because it goes out of style, comes back in.
Yeah.
And you're like, I could just
So you got
hold out until this gets popular.
You got a
again.
phase of looking like a jackass before you look Vogue again. you know?
Yeah. Oh God, we're all doomed.